What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the B-Roll Podcast. I'm Tommy Stanton, alongside my comrades. We got Dutch Kent and Blake Morgan in the house.
Hi.
This will be
Hello.
our official film podcast, full of film criticisms, nerdy shit that we all appreciate and enjoy about filmmaking. Just a little background about myself. I would call myself a casual viewer. I really enjoy animation. I'd say that that's probably my preference in filmmaking, but I also appreciate... You see my top 4. My letterbox is going to be on screen right now. All the other letterbox will also be on screen as we continue talking. But with that being said, let's take you to Dutch Kent. We love Dutch.
Yeah, I'm Dutch. I'm an armchair critic. You know, I just spend most of my days watching shit and writing about how I don't like it. I do create short films every once in a while on my YouTube channel, DK Films. But I kind of enjoy the criticism angle of films more than actually making them. That's what I'm better at. This is pretty exciting for me because I don't get to talk about movies that much with my friends. So now they have to, and I get to recommend things, and they have to watch them. I like slow cinema a lot. I'm a big fan of Andrei Tarkovsky, Ingmar Bergman. I also like surrealism, you know, in the vein of David Lynch. I going to recommend some fucking crazy films because I want these guys to feel pain.
Yeah. And now
Okay,
there's
my
Blake Morgan. Yeah. I love Blake Morgan.
Hello, my name is Blake Morgan. I also like to make short films sometimes. I don't do a lot of writing, but when I do, I don't know, I just like to do it. But my favorite kinds of movies I'd like to say are the older, like black and white ones, like westerns and stuff. I used to watch these like almost every week. Like I'd always go to the theater with my grandparents, and I never really felt like just talking about them. So this was a nice change of pace. Say like I've always loved westerns. Sierra Joe Leone is one of my favorites. So I always love watching his stuff. And basically, I'm gonna recommend a lot of shit no one's heard before. Um, yeah, and that's kind of what I'm ready to do.
Boys, I have great news.
Yeah.
My fiance needs me to go look in my filing cabinet approximately 4 minutes into the podcast. Does
Hey,
that please you?
hey, 4 minutes is in without a break. Sometimes we need that kind of stuff. All right,
She's doing
Yeah,
our
there's gonna.
she's
I'm
doing
afraid,
our
like,
she's doing our taxes. she needs a file. So yeah. Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay, fellas. So the format of this podcast is going to be pretty simple. So each of us are going to take turns weekly recommending one film, and it is our duties to watch the film, do a proper review of the film, and then have a final ranking of the film. So what we're going to do is we're going to at the very end we're going to give our half star to 5-star rating. And then as we get more films in, we're going to make our own list of films that we have reviewed in order. So obviously with the first episode, it's just going to be the first one. But as we keep continuing, we're going to have our own list of films in that order, etc. You'll find our list on our letterboxes. So,
We may also, like, if there's a film that's in theaters that we've all seen or something like that that we're interested in, we could talk about that too. Or like current movie news. Like I know the Oscars are super current. I know you two don't follow them that much,
yeah.
but I fucking have an obsession with them. So
Yes. So we'll do different film themes as we continue to go along with this. Anyway, I had the first pick, and I went with the film Good Will Hunting. So that'll be the first film that we review on our podcast. I'm excited. If you guys enjoy content like this, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode. You will see videos, you will see episodes of the B-Roll podcast every Monday at 8 a.m. So that's going to be
Yeah.
our schedule. Yeah. And here we go. Whew. I'm
Yeah.
going to start. We're going to each start with just a kind of a brief introduction on our thoughts of the film. And we'll just kind of keep going from there. We'll talk. We're humans. We stutter. We make mistakes. We suck.
Yeah, and the person who recommended it, they have to give their introduction, background with the film. Have they seen it? What do they think of it? And then we'll hand it to the others.
Yes. Now, since it was me that recommended this is how I found the movie. I was chilling on YouTube and I saw it on YouTube free with ads. Great.
You watch it with
Jesus
ads?
No, I have ad blocker. So
Oh, thank God.
So it was just one of like their list of YouTube recommended. No, I don't ever watch things with ads. Ever. Sorry, small
not-
YouTube creators.
When he just starts saying it's not your fault, and then
Just
Nothing-
NordVPN.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
I'm fucking gonna destroy the movie, bro.
Alright, so if I had to describe this film in one word, it would absolutely be great. I really enjoyed it. I'd say my main criticism of the movie is the very beginning. I'd say the first 40 minutes. It was very slow. And it was not what I expected, especially from, the actors that were in it and the story that was kind of being told. But once you get into it, for me, like just getting into the story, getting invested into the characters, the lives of the people, it was absolutely a joy to watch. Robin Williams was fucking amazing in this. Like, this is one of the best Robin Williams films I've ever seen. And I'd actually probably list it as the best one that I've seen. His character,
he's pretty good.
His character work was unbelievable. At least to me. I think that they really should have... This film would have benefited a lot from introducing Sean earlier. I think introducing him at like the 40-minute mark was just a little weird, especially since it's the main character dynamic. But I think overall, and I guess another small critique would just be kind of how unrealistic it is for someone to just randomly have that much intelligence and it never really get explained. I understand why they never explained it because it's not really important or relevant, but it was just a couple moments in the film where I'm just like, okay, this is a little weird that this random janitor is just more intelligent than fucking mathematicians that have been working years and studying. But, other than those few critiques, the plot was amazing. The characters, I was really invested in the characters, especially like when the construction scene and the connection, obviously, between the two friends were something I was really invested in. I thought that I feel like they should have went more in depth on can't remember the name, the professor and Will, their relationship. But it kind of got shoved into the side with the plot, which I'm not like offended or sad, or it doesn't really affect me too much, but it's just something like maybe like 2 or 3 minutes could have been like decently added to their relationship, maybe. Especially with that 40-minute introduction before the actual main plot begins, but yeah. I thought that the relationship between, oh god, I can't remember. One thing you're going to learn about me is I suck with character names. Will and woman. Anyone know the woman's name?
Tyler.
Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be one thing you learn about me is the character names and me do not get along. I only know Will's name because it's in the goddamn name of the movie, but the romance there felt very authentic. I thought that the emotional breakthrough with Will, not only with Sean but with his girlfriend, it just felt very authentic. It was really good really good acting, really good character work. I really liked the character development. I thought that at first you thought that Sean did not break through with him, but you could almost slowly see the crack start to show with Will. And I think they really did a good job showcasing that. But yeah, I'd say that's like my opening statement before I go too in depth into it. All right, what do we think, Dutch?
All right. So earlier you brought up a point, and I was like, "No, I disagree with that." And then you just like steamrolled me. Like like, I was like,
Fuck!
"What?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, I didn't. I just didn't hear him.
No,
Wait,
I
can
only
I hear?
realized.
Can I hear Blake? Blake talk? Is he talking?
Nah, it was on my end apparently. That's why I just re-entered.
Okay.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, I agree with most of what you said, but I don't know if I agree that his intelligence needs to be explained, because I think the idea is that there are a lot of people, orphans, people who just don't have a lot of wealth, who kind of slip through the cracks and they're never noticed. And it like literally takes like this insanely wealthy, powerful professor in order to notice him. So I'm not sure that like his intelligence needs to be justified or explained. He was just never noticed. No one ever paid attention to him. He didn't even have parents. So I'm kind of fine with that element of
Mm-hmm.
the film. But I pretty much agree with everything else you said, including when I first watched this a year ago at the recommendation of Blake. I know Blake really, really, really likes this film. And I wrote in that initial review the same thing as what Tommy said, where I think the dynamic takes so long to establish
Mm-hmm.
because Robin Williams is just so good that when he enters the film, you like that's the dynamic that I care about. That's what's interesting about the film. And it's almost like blue balls waiting for him to be
Mm-hmm.
waiting for him to enter the film. Because the first 40 minutes are good, but they're basically establishing things that could have been established in half the time. Like, I get it. Will's a scumbag. His friends are scumbags, but they care about each other, you know? Like, I get that dynamic. It's not so complicated as to where you need like 40 minutes to set it up. I get it. Like, therapists don't want to work with him. He's hard to deal with, blah, 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 blah. But once that main dynamic gets going, there are so many good scenes, especially between Robin Williams' character and Will. I can't remember what Robin Williams' character's name is either,
Sean.
but Sean, yeah. But between them, there's so many good moments. Um, and I wrote a lot of different little notes. Like, one thing I noticed this time is that the cinematography's quite good in some moments, especially in the car scenes. The lighting is really nice, and they kind of establish a vibe. But overall, I feel like the good moments are dotted across a film that's way too long. This is over 2 hours long, and I feel like you could have easily cut like 40 minutes out of it and had those moments like be in quicker succession, because it's too long. There's too many moments I don't remember. But the two best scenes for me in the entire film were, well, obviously, like the "it's not your fault" scene. That scene is just
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
devastating. I love that scene so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the perfect. It's executed and written perfectly. That is just a masterclass for me. And I also love the breakup scene between
Mm-hmm.
Will and Skylar. That scene is like, that's really painful, and she's a really, really good actor. Um, so I like this a lot. This viewing, I was actually distracted by something, because Tabby, my fiance, pointed out at the very beginning, the professor character, he's played by a younger Stellan Skarsgård, which may not mean anything to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
but he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for a film he did last year, and he's like fucking 80 years old or something in the film. Like, he's so old, and like I did not realize it was him, and then she was like, "That's Stellan Skarsgård," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked at the letterbox, and it was, and I was just every time he was on screen, I was taken out of it, because I'm like, "That's Stellan Skarsgård. What the fuck?" I was like, it was fucking with me. So yeah, I like this film, but I have a lot of issues with it. Like,
So when I was like 14, I think I walked in on my mom watching this movie on MTV, and it just did not look good to me like at all. Like I thought this was boring as fuck. And years later, when I was like 17, I decided to watch it because I wasn't doing anything. And the first 40 minutes, I was like, wow, I was right all those years ago. This is boring as shit. Like I'm just sitting there watching all this stuff that could have been cut now. And as the film went on, I was like, oh hey, like, and then it keeps going and going and going. And I thought Matt Damon and Ben Affleck got really good chemistry together. They were like the Trey Parker and Matt Stone of like late '90s.
That's a great
And I
comparison,
thought,
actually.
they always work well together. And like after rewatching it, obviously I think the Robin Williams is amazing as always. Matt Damon's pretty good. Ben Affleck, he's just playing himself. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say he did anything wrong. But at the end, like I had the same opinions as you guys, but I just had like two problems with it. During the it's not your fault scene, or just any of the therapy scenes in general, I just thought like here, I wrote it down on a piece of paper. It just says extremely stupid simple therapy. I I thought Will broke really easily. Cause I can't remember how long or like the how much time the movie takes. Like how long is it in the setting? But I just because if it's as short as I think it is, I think Will broke a little faster than anyone in his condition or history would. I just think it was too fast. I thought, in like real time, therapy takes like forever to get progress, and for Will, it just like kind of just happened in under like maybe a week. So I thought like it doesn't bother me that much, but I just thought it was something interesting. And
um,
I guess
I wanted to
what
point out you mentioned Matt Damon, Ben Affleck being really good. They also wrote this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
they
Yeah,
wrote it, and I think they were
they
looking.
both won Oscars for.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thought it was interesting learning about like trying to get this film in production. Matt Damon said article they like sent the script to thousands of people, and most of them accepted it. So they wrote in a gay sex scene in the movie between Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and
What?
they were trying to wait for. Oh, this is real. You can look it up. They
Yeah.
sent it to companies, and the first one that pointed it out was the one that accepted to do the movie. That
That's
they wanted to do
crazy.
the movie
I thought
because they
this was
were
a
like,
Blake Morgan bullshit story coming in hot. I was like, oh, here we
no, I swear to
go.
God,
That's
no,
funny.
Tommy, put an article over the screen right now. It's true.
Okay,
I swear to God,
all right, I will.
I swear to God, it's true. But like, fuck. But anyway, I just thought the ending was too neat. Like he leaves to see about a girl. I think it just wrapped things up a bit too cleanly. Like after like all that mess and shit. And I always like to think like earlier Will punched a cop. You know how like hard that is to get out after
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
And so I guess a lot of it's just practicality. I'm a huge sucker for practicality. I always love it when a film's like ultra realistic.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I'm not hundred
in the
percent
end,
sure
I
what
thought it was.
canonically how long it took.
But in the end, I thought it was
What a
amazing
fire
either
truck.
way, despite the other stuff. But yeah, that's basically what I think.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure how long canonically it took for him to break. I don't because I've only seen it once. I've had one watch through, and it felt authentic to me at least, but like it didn't feel too short. At least my watch through, I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty decent. I mean, now that you bring it up, maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe But at least through my natural first watch through, it wasn't something that I really thought of as being too quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they spend so much time like trying to break him, like all the different strategies and stuff, and it seems like whatever this therapist is doing just kind of worked on him. I feel like ultimately Will probably like wants to open up. Like he probably wants to be close to somebody, but he is such like a damaged person that it's really hard for him to. So I didn't have that many issues with the pacing specifically of the therapy scenes, but uh I don't totally disagree that the therapy scenes are like really simplistic. Like
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have to do that for a film. Uh but you know, like what they have the one like a couple therapy sessions are literally just like Will sitting in silence, right? And
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
kind of just get like a rapport and they kind of just tell jokes and
Well,
then
they met once a week, didn't they?
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there was about, I'd say, 7 at least. At least that's like my thought. So I guess that
So
is
like
7 weeks, which isn't
not
a
even two
lot.
months. Yeah.
But I think in combination
Yeah.
with him going through the breakup, probably accelerated the pace of his breakup.
Mm-hmm.
At least trying to think about it through the lens of the character. But at least to me, there wasn't too many like, oh man, it just doesn't feel like it makes sense with the rapport, the timeline of what he's going through. So at least that's like a thought that you could chew on, maybe.
Can we also mention that like Will's like a dirty communist, bro? Like when the fucking
What?
NSA was when the NSA was gonna hire this guy, he went and he's like, "What? You want me to kill babies? You want me to fucking murder like Iraqi children?" And
Jesus Christ.
I was like, true. Like Will is kind of base, dude. I
I
like
Oh
that
my
guess.
scene a
god,
lot.
dude.
That
I,
whole
I can't
monologue
fucking
was
take
really
it.
good. Well, that whole monologue was good,
mm-hmm.
dude. Like talking
Yeah.
about how this job would just like destroy his friend and like just
Mm-hmm.
fucking just destroy the lives of average citizens for no reason. So he
Mm-hmm.
has
Mm-hmm.
principle
Yeah.
despite being in that despite being an asshole at the beginning of the film, he's actually a good person who's like really
Mm-hmm.
conscious of how his actions affect others,
Yeah.
which is I really like that scene.
I thought the scene.
Um
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
my gosh. The fucking the how about them apples scene. The second I
that's so
saw that,
good.
I started using that all the time, but I always changed
Mm-hmm.
it to I fucked your mom. So
What?
it was like
Wasn't that
you
like
like
the Harvard bar scene?
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was
Yeah. Yeah.
like hey, do you like apples? Yeah. Well, I fucked your mom. How do you like them apples? Like and I always that.
I did think that
Yeah, that was
that scene was like pretty good. It kind of showed that he is protective of his friends and the people around him,
Hmm.
which comes back later through Robin's fucking.
Yeah.
But one of Sean's points was when he was arguing with the professor was that those people would like, why does he hang out with like I'm not gonna say what they called him. Fucking, I don't even remember actually. But one of the points that Sean made was like those people would come in here and shoot him or something. I forgot how it exactly was phrased, but it just kind of shows like the connection with him and his friends, which I guess is maybe why the 40 minutes of his friends doing stupid shit makes sense. But
I don't know. You could have had a couple scenes to establish their type.
yeah,
Like you didn't need all that
no,
shit. It was just too much for me.
Yeah.
I think probably a good 20 minutes could have been cut. I think 40 minutes
Yeah.
might be a little extreme, but to me it's more like the 20-minute
Yeah.
And
line.
it could have been. I don't even know if it was exactly 40 minutes. It could have been half an hour. You still could have cut 20 minutes out.
I'm
Whatever
pretty
the fuck it is.
sure Sean was introduced at about the 45-minute mark,
Yeah.
which is insane to me. That should have easily been in the 20-minute range.
This reminds me. One thing I did like the screenplay is that back to the bar scene where he's defending his friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He basically like
Yeah.
shits on the Harvard guy by being like all the knowledge you have is like it's memorized, it's quoted, like you don't actually have like
Mhm.
critical
Yeah.
thinking skills. That's like a parallel to when Sean, when they're at the park, basically says the same thing back to Will. Like, sure, like you can tell me about this, you can tell me about that, but this is all like stuff you've read about. Like all your knowledge is from books, and I have like the real world knowledge about all these things and all these
Mhm.
real feelings. So like Will, he postures at being better than uh this other guy in the bar, but in reality he kind of is projecting his insecurities onto him
Yeah.
because he too has every single thing that he knows from a book.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's like a really good kind of 1-2 in the screenplay. Like those
Mhm.
scenes are basically thematic parallels of each other. I like that a lot,
Mhm.
bro.
I thought the scene between Matt Damon and uh Ben Affleck, like before the climax ends, where he's just like, you got the chance to go out there and do something. I'm gonna be sitting here laying uh concrete for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
And I thought it was really poetic when
Yeah, that scene's
like
really
he
Yeah.
good.
pulled up, like his
Yep.
car pulled up and then never came out, and then he just smiled and drove away. I
Yeah.
thought that
The
was really
the best part
poetic.
of the best part of his day was the 10 seconds he takes to walk to the door, just in case. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
that was pretty. I really liked. I
At
I
first,
didn't love the
well,
ending, but I did like have a smile on my face, so I guess it
What do you have
works.
against the
mhm.
ending?
I just think
Yeah, at
that
first,
maybe it felt really abrupt to me.
I don't know, man. I was ready for this shit to end. I'm not gonna lie.
That I mean,
It,
that's fair.
it didn't feel abrupt. It's not that I dislike this film. It's that I fucking remembered like every plot beat to it because I just
Mhm.
saw it last year. But like I haven't. It's been long enough to where like I would not be able to have a good conversation if I hadn't rewatched it.
Mhm.
hmm
Okay, so Good Will Hunting is 2 hours and 6 minutes. What do you think the ideal length of this film should have been? This is a good
Um,
question.
whatever
like an
it
hour
would.
and 45, maybe.
Yeah, you could have done this in 90 minutes, an hour 45.
Hmm.
Whatever length that you could have cut the screenplay down and just
Mhm.
kept the big moments because there was just so much filler.
Yep.
Also, like slightly related, this film, where you have like this father figure, mentor, whatever, helping like this, hard on his luck but intelligent kid. Like this is the most 90s feeling film of all time. Like the way it's shot, the
Mhm.
fucking the sound, the music, it uses like this really weird like digital fucking string kind of sound. I'm not an expert on music, but if you listen to it, you'll hear it. And it sounds like shockingly close to like the Titanic score and music.
Really?
Like for some reason all these 90s films use this weird digital synth version of these instruments. And like this film
it's
just
because
feels 90s.
Mhm.
it's because electronic music was like starting to become really popular then. Like I think they were beginning to find out what dubstep was, and so they were
Yeah.
still it was kind of popular to put like if you listen to the real McCoy, he's like a disco musician who doesn't even fucking sing in his songs. He just talks.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's kind of stuff that was getting popular, so
Hmm.
they thought it'd attract more people, which
But
it didn't. But
it just
it's still
distracted the
credit to
fuck out of
Michelin.
me. Because like it
Hmm.
only happened in the 90s, like this specific kind of sound that I was like, I don't know about that. Like this film
Yeah.
it is kind of cheesy in a lot of ways, which it could
Mhm.
be good or bad. Like cheese is fun,
Mhm.
but um it feels like a few other films I've seen before. But the thing that makes it different is that it's executed very well. But looping that
Yeah.
back into the time argument, there are films that do this concept not in over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like that is my main gripe with this
Mhm.
film. Like, it was hard to hold my attention for that long. I just want to explore the characters. Like, honestly, fucking, I wouldn't mind if this film was basically all therapy scenes because those were like the best scenes. Those are the scenes that I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, and along with the girlfriend scenes, that was really good because she was super likable and
Oh
interesting
yeah.
for a female character.
Mhm.
I liked her a lot. Um, other than the fact that she was British, that was kind of disgusting. But the rest of her was pretty good.
That's not any bias at all, is it?
No.
No, I'm not like my. It's not like my family's British, going back like fucking hundreds of years.
I do want to say that they put a lot of like it wasn't just like a cheap girlfriend character. Like they gave her a lot of layers
Yeah.
of like
She
character.
did, yeah.
And she
Yeah,
kind of
she
had
was
her
good.
own little mini development too, with just wanting to be around Will and wanting to get to know the true Will. Like
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job of that. Honestly, those scenes felt like they could have added like 2 minutes to them, just because there really
Yeah.
wasn't like it was kind of boom, 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 boom. But to me, it was just like once they hit that 2 hour mark, they've kind of had to cut corners with those kind of things, which I felt like it was enough to be good enough. But 2 or 3 extra minutes for those scenes wouldn't have hurt.
I have a
Which,
question for you,
Hmm.
Tommy.
hmm,
I have a question. You mentioned not you or you mentioned the ending being like really sudden.
hmm.
Would you have liked to have a scene where Will and Skylar reunite? Is that something that would have made the ending better for you?
To me, because I'm pretty sure, like at least remembering the watch, I wish that the therapy, Sean and Will would have had like maybe a scene or two after the breakthrough, like maybe just as like trying to be friends or something like that, or maybe like a final scene with the professor and Will, where Will kind of not Will flips him off that kind of thing, but just kind of a Will accepts that he doesn't want to do that kind of stuff, and the professor has
Okay.
to swallow it. It kind of just felt like, oh, breakthrough, oh, the Sean is leaving, oh, one last scene with
Yeah.
Sean and Professor, boom, gone.
That happy kind of ending thing is because it is a '90s screenplay,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
This
that is
is
true.
this is a film so
Yeah.
much of its decade.
Mm-hmm.
They had fucking like good housing prices and like a good economy and like could be like happy with their life, bro.
Yeah,
So
true.
fuck.
But no, our generation is the sleazy, lazy ones that don't. Yeah, we don't have any problems, and
FYI for you two, next Sunday is the Oscars, which is at 7 p.m. So before the episode ended, I wanted to bring up that I'm probably going to be talking about the Oscars next week. I don't think either one of you have really seen that many Oscars film. Like Blake, you saw one battle after another, right? No, but it would be an interesting discussion if fucking either
I'll
of you have
watch one
seen
of
a
them.
film.
Which one should I
Marty Sup-
watch?
Marty Supreme or one battle after another, probably. Marty Supreme's my favorite of the bunch, but one battle after another and Sinners are like they're the ones competing for Best Picture. Like those are
Okay.
the big films. Like Sinners actually got 16 Oscar nominations, which is the most Oscar nominations for any film ever. It beat like Titanic, which had like 14
Uh,
Oscar
Okay.
nominations.
I'll watch one of them, and then we'll do a segment on it next week.
Okay. And then I'll just like I can monologue about the Oscars a little
Mm-hmm.
bit and give
Yeah,
some of
that'll
my
be.
predictions and shit.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so for the second part of this podcast, we're going to do a who hated this film segment. If the film is very highly rated, we'll do that, who hated it. If it's really really low rated, we'll find out who loved loved this film. So, what we're gonna do is go on Letterboxd and find the half star, 1 star, 1.5 star low reviews, and we're gonna read some of the funniest reviews that we see. So first, Tommy is going to tell us who hated Good Will Hunting.
Okay, this is a half-star review from Liz. My boyfriend made me watch this for the first time in 2025, and I thought it was hella misogynistic and sexist. It did not pass the Ben Shill test. I didn't laugh at the jokes, and the main character just pissed me off the entire time. Every problem these characters had was rooted from the patriarchy. Just proves that men sucks. Probably was good for its time, but I hate this shit. I love Robin Williams though. Half
Bro,
star.
you
bro.
fucking said that was your review and that I was gonna read it, bro. My brain's so brain dead. I got another one though, don't worry. Yeah, that's a I don't get how it's sexist at all. Like we were talking about how the main girl character, Skylar, is like kind of layered and different and interesting. You know, she's not just like generic, love interest who has no like personality or like thoughts of her own.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't get that at all. I'm a feminist for sure.
No.
Don't get me wrong. Like I
Mm-hmm.
sympathize with it, but I don't see how this film's misogynistic
Yeah,
at
I
all.
don't. I don't see it.
No.
Disagree. All right, who's next?
Blake.
All right. So I got one here, and it's a 1-star. And I actually have 2 that are 1-stars, but it won't take me long. All right. So this person said, "I'm sick and tired of watching 2 blonde men fuck up their life for no reason and then regret it at the last 10 minutes of a 2-hour movie. Wasted my fucking time. Rather play Overwatch competitive."
Bro's like, he's an orphan. That's his fault.
Fox News
Fuck
generated
orphans.
review, bro.
Okay. I got another one.
Okay.
All right. This person said, "Absolute woman slop. Yeah, sure the guy ends up being good and all, but still, no real comedy, no action, nothing. Just a story of a guy turning his life around in the most boring way possible. Not recommend unless you're a woman."
Donnie
Okay,
review.
wait. I have a great idea. Can you click on his account and see what his top 4 is? This sounds like a fucking Marvel fan, bro.
No, bro.
He's only watched Good Will Hunting.
That's it. He's just
no
a good
way.
Will Hunting hater.
No way, bro.
Literally. It was literally 2 days ago. It was just a few days ago.
That's kind of aura. I kind of
He-
respect that.
He's like, I gotta let people know that this film sucks.
That's so funny. Oh fuck. All right. I got a couple, and this one's just true. Perfect film for pretentious people who think they're amazing at analyzing films and deeping everything. That's funny. That's true. This is a really pretentious film for people who think they're amazing at analyzing films and deeping everything. You know, it's true. This is it's just really true.
I'll show you.
And
what
was that supposed to mean?
I did not mean to say that.
And this person's top 4, their favorite film is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Which they gave a 5-star.
Oh, hell.
With no review.
Nah.
And I had another one.
Can someone make sure that that's not Donnie?
True. No, it has to be a Minecraft movie, bro. Okay. The second one, I just agree with this. Like, I would have just said 5 stars with this review, honestly. You know, like it could be half star, 5 stars. But Lala gave it a half star and said, "Did not give a fuck about the story or any of the characters. The professor and the therapist should have kissed. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I hope that girl never took him back. He's pathetic." That's true. They should have kissed. If he would have started kissing the underage orphan man who he's supposed to be giving therapy, that would have been a way better story.
Huge twist, dude, that Sean was a sex offender. All right, I got a good one.
Oh my god.
Creeping on the children, bro.
I got a good one. All right, this was
Okay.
Agonizing Pain. Half star. I've never wanted to kill the protagonist of a film this much before. Wait. I can't properly describe how much I despise people like this in real life and hear a sob story about one. You expect me to feel sorry for an orphan who has a genius IQ and can baffle professors despite having never worked a day in his life, who is a massive fucking asshole just because his dad hit him. This is cringe, pseudo-intellectual garbage for wine moms. Half star.
I don't agree that fucking, what did this person even say? That was so vapid. I fucking forgot everything they just said, bro.
Want to kill the protagonist. He despised the main character. Why should I feel sorry for an orphan who has a genius level IQ?
It's just Fox News again. He's a fucking abused orphan. What do you want from him? You want him to just go become fucking like Jeff Bezos because he's smart? No, he didn't even have fucking parents, bro. like, what are we talking about?
Just something Good Will Hunting and calling it pseudo-intellectual garbage is just kind of evidence that you were not paying attention to anything that it was trying to say. All right, those are my reviews that I saw.
I found another one that's funny. If Blake doesn't have one.
Okay, you do yours. I think I'm on the verge of one right now.
Mine's really short, so you'll be able to do yours quickly.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so Zoe Andrews said, hands down worst movie I've ever seen.
Jeez.
Bad Will Hunting. That's true. I'm giving that a like. Bad Will Hunting. That is the
That's
best review
such
I've
a
ever
funny
seen.
dude. It's because they took the word good and they made it bad. That's so funny. This guy-
Oh fuck.
uh,
And they just gave Wuthering Heights a 5 stars, bro. That movie's so fucking bad.
We're just
Holy.
doxing these people's letterboxes.
This is a funny segment.
I love this. Oh, this is gonna be so great.
Okay, I got one. It's a bit short, but it's funny. All right. So this person gave it a 2-star, and he just said, "Boy with a chance doesn't care about chances until he is shown by someone who had a chance and took a chance, has the chance to take a chance in life."
Give that a like for me, bro. That's kind of fire.
Dude, I gotta see what this guy like. This guy's favorite. this
What?
this guy's favorite movie is Human Centipede.
What the fuck?
That's not real. That is
Why is he
not
watching Good Will Hunting?
real.
It's
That's
so
not
far away from his
real.
taste.
Shocker, the guy that likes Human Centipede did not like Good Will Hunting. Hey, he gave it a 2-star though.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was
That's so
great.
fucking funny.
Oh, I can't wait to keep doing this. That's such a funny segment. All right, I think it's time for each of us to leave our final reviews. Okay. So
This will include your rating. So make sure you give your
Yes.
rating.
okay, final takeaway, Good Will Hunting. I want to say that the character work is some of the best that I've ever seen. Again, I'm reiterating the same points, but the points didn't change, Lamau. Robin Williams' performance, I would probably put in the top 10 of performances that I've seen. I don't have a very vast catalog, but you know, I love the dynamic between Will and Sean. I think that just Sean's like it just shows that his past doesn't define him, but he lives with it and he continues to do what he does. I also thought that the arguments between the professor and Sean, you know, they felt authentic. It felt like two sides of an issue that almost like the audiences has to like root for one of the sides, but like the side of the establishment make him turn his intelligence into a job that benefits the government. I thought that was just an interesting dynamic, and I appreciate the side that he took as a viewer, because I was on Sean's side, Lamau. I'd say that the biggest issue is just the fucking dragged out beginning, obviously. When I first watched this, I gave it a 9 out of 10, 4.5 star.
Mm-hmm.
Like right after the first watch. And I do want to say that, like, just thinking about it more and more, because I like to leave reviews right after I'm done watching it, and then I kind of let it sink in and I adjust my reviews as needed. I would still have this in my top 10 movies of all time. Right now, I have it at 8, I think. And I think that that's probably a good spot. I'm gonna continue with my rating, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, or
Okay.
4.5 star.
All right. Is it me or Blake?
Y'all got this.
You.
Okay. Yep. This is a quintessential 90s film. It has its moments of cheesiness, but it's pretty well written. It's way too long, as all of us have said many times. But it's a nice comfort film. I don't imagine I'm going to revisit it anytime soon. I've seen it a couple times. I get it. Robert Williams is incredible. Rest in peace. He's so good in so many films. He just brings so much to this film. It would not be the same without him. He's incredible. Um, this is a really nice first episode introduction. I hope to make you guys cry and puke, and it's going to be a really, really fun podcast, guys.
Mm-hmm.
My original rating when I saw it a year ago, was a 7 out of 10, 3.5 star. And I agree with myself a year ago. I'm still giving it a 7 out of 10, 3.5 star.
All right.
All right.
So, with mine, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 3.5 star. All right. So, 7 out of 10. 3.5 star. All right. So, with mine, Uh, obviously, I think the movie's amazing. I think it touches a lot of subjects a lot of people can relate to, which I love about that. Um, Throughout watching it, I see why I gave it the rating I did last year or 2 years ago, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with it. I gave it about a 7 out of 10. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I'm going to
definitely,
give it a 7 or 3.5.
Okay.
And overall, I'm just going to keep my rating. It'll be all good.
I can definitely see why you guys gave it a 7. I'm probably a little bit more biased because my one watch through, it was very good. I think that this was very good dialogue, and I'm excited for future episodes.
Me too. And I'm surprised Blake gave it a 7. I thought he would have given it a higher score, honestly.
That's what this good discussion is about.
Yeah, it was fun. Are we ready for a recommendation?
Okay, so first off, I just want to say this was a pretty good first episode. If you guys have any like ideas or questions or anything like that, please feel free to comment down below. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, giving us a chance. I think that all three of our loves of film and filmmaking, film creation, all that, it comes from different areas of life, but I think that we all kind of stick together. We continue to keep doing it, whether it's in film criticism or film creation, anything like that. So the love of film and the love of the arts is definitely something that I'll probably keep in my life for the rest of my life somewhere, whether it's still through film creation or film criticism or anything like that. So, first episode of the podcast. I'm very excited for the future movies we do. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm hyped. I want to get so many fucking recommendations out. I'm hyped. I'm ready.
Yes. All right. So Dutch is in charge of episode two's film suggestion. So
All
here we
right.
go.
Well, for the record, this has been kept secret from everyone else. This is how it'll always be. No one's gonna know each other's recommendations.
Yeah.
And I really mulled over this, and I wanted to go with the feel-good 1986 film Blue Velvet, directed by David Lynch, which I'm
Blue
putting
Velvet.
in the group chat. I put all the details. I love this film. I can say that already because I've seen it twice and I've given it a high rating both times. So there's no point in hiding it. And neither one of you have seen this, right?
I have not seen this.
Okay. Well, this will be a this will be a really good experience for you
Okay.
two.
Oh God. I'm scared. Okay, if you guys want to watch along with us, the film for next week is Blue Velvet by David Lynch.
Yep. 1986 film,
Awesome.
directed by David Lynch.
So yeah, feel free to watch along with us. Episode 2 will be next Monday. Hopefully. Monday, March 16th at 7 a.m. as we're going to try to do every week. At least try to get one episode a week. We're going to go for every Monday at 7 a.m.
Sick.
So, any final words? I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, any final words here?
Come back next week.
Yes.
I'll fucking kill you.
Yes!
Yeah, come next week.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And we all hope you have an amazing rest of your day and a great start to your work week.
Bye.